Hello, my name is Desiree, and I'm absolutely in favor of the after school programs. For me personally, I kind of grew up in them. It was always just me and my mom, so if that after school program wasn't there, my mom wouldn't be able to work the hours that she did, and now you have to figure out a babysitter for me and where I would end up going. And so I know when I spoke with my mother about how she felt about them, she really appreciated them, and she it was a good thing. It gave her the chance to work, but she knew that I was still going to be watched and that I was going to have someone to help me with my homework. So all she had to do when I came home at night, make sure I had dinner and make sure I looked over my homework. But she knew that my homework was going to get done and that I was going to be doing something productive. For me personally, growing up as an only child, I really did appreciate being in those after school programs because sometimes my mom and I, we lived in places that weren't so great, and I kind of wasn't allowed to play outside unless she was outside with me or if it was broad daylight. But as soon as the sun went to go down, I wasn't allowed to go out. So it was really nice to have kids that you could talk to and that they know your name, because you never know, you might end up having a class with them during the school day and you would end up making friends, and I had people to play with during recess, and I really appreciate that because it does get kind of lonely, but I knew it's okay because I got it. I got it out of my system because I was at that after school program and I met new people, and I felt I had attention growing up, that I wasn't just by myself all the time. And I feel like in after school programs, you really can tell the difference of the quality of care, and it was a long time ago and I was younger, so I really would have no way of knowing whether or not if it was a school-based one or a city-ran one. But whether or not whichever one it was, growing up and being a child in it, you can feel that difference, that someone isn't just hovering over you and just like, what are you doing, what are you doing? They're actually watching you and they're playing with you, and they'll take you outside to toss the balls around, and they know your name and they make jokes with you, and you can tell the difference, because even now looking back, I can think back to times when I was at after school program and we were playing with Legos, and I even have a picture of me and one of my counselor's hat and sunglasses, and I think back to when one of the girls took me out in second grade and we just would always go out to the field and play football and catch together. And it's those things that stick with you because I mean, I feel like elementary is that whole time where you're learning how to be social and you're learning how to grow as a person. So I am absolutely in favor of after school programs, and I do wish it wasn't as difficult for them to continue to receive funding, because the impact they're making, that these children are going somewhere rather than just sitting up at home by themselves or roaming the streets till parents get off work, it's it's those things that they're going to carry with them whether or not they realize it, and I appreciate being in them.